So it's Friday night. We just drove all the way out to Golden, planning on spending a few days here doing some hikes, maybe some biking, maybe some dirt biking. Since we just got here, we were ready to do some exploring, so we decided to kick off the weekend with a hike.
We want to squeeze in a hike before the end of the evening. We chose to do Holt Repeater. There's this repeater up at the top of a mountain. You hike up it. It's about 4K, 500 meters elevation. I think it's pretty hard. We're gonna give it a go, see if we can finish before dark. Let's check it out. This hike does not show up on all trails, but we were looking on Google Maps and the information that we had found on this website.
And currently we are completely lost and cannot find the trailhead. Read those, read the direction.
And the lights in Golden.
Which lights?
North. We drive 3 blocks to 7th Street North. There, so it should be right up here. In this area that has nothing. Because it all depends where you start. Just written words on how to get there. And we knew it was close to Kicking Horse Mountain Resort, but you had to take a little weird logging road to get there. Pretty rocky, recommend a truck.
We've driven up half the mountain, so it kind of feels like cheating. Our confidence we were actually gonna find the trailhead was not that high. We were following these logging roads and they seemed to get sketchier and sketchier, making us question more and more if we were going the right way.
There's this yellow sign, and which mountain is it?
It's gotta be that, right?
Gotta be what?
That one. Is that the road on the other side there?
So it took a little while, but we ended up finding the trailhead and we set off on our hike. All right. I think we made it to the right spot.
We actually made it to the trailhead. We talked about having to cross a creek and we're gonna do that. It's about 4K. We think we're either going up there or up there. So the hard part about this hike was it's called the Holt Repeater, and that meant nothing to me. I have no idea what that was referencing.
I assume a repeater is it's a radio tower. You send signals to the repeater, repeats it back or to the next radio tower. I don't really know. I think it has something to do with radio communication.
Anderson, since he successfully got us here, he's taken on the role of navigator for this trip.
It was tough to stay on the trail and know exactly where we're going on the hike because we don't have the little blue dot telling us exactly where we are.
Hopefully we don't get stuck out here in the dark.
5:30.
5:30. We got like 4.5 hours.
What do you say, 3 hours one way though? 3 hours one way. We're there at 8. We'll be back by 11.
We're dumb.
We had a lot of daylight to work with, but at the same time, we're pretty good at getting lost. And when darkness is coming and you have a sketchy logging road to go back on, you don't exactly know where you're going. And then we switched back to the right onto a decommissioned road. We were hustling.
This seems like a decommissioned road. We were kind of heading up some switchbacks. It looked like old logging roads. So we were wondering, is there a trail that's gonna branch off from here? Are we just walking up random roads and we're gonna look like dummies?
Come to a junction for the repeater, turn left. What is this repeater?
I don't know.
With it being like the end of June, one of the longest days of the year, we thought there would be a lot less snow.
There's quite a bit of snow here still, so I think as we get to the top, we're gonna be walking through it.
Maybe a little early to be doing this one. Right now we're just walking in Winter Wonderland.
As we continued, some of the directions from the website we were following started to line up with what we were actually seeing. Cross the creek and climb the rock slope. A bit of a confidence booster. We felt maybe somehow we had actually navigated ourselves to the right place.
Another 700 meters, you'll reach a creek crossing. If you look up, you can see the repeater directly above you.
What is the repeater? Oh! Saw this big spaceship, like, we saw a very phallic looking objects perched on the top of this mountain. We
Cross
see
the
where
creek,
we're going.
Find the rock slope.
Up there.
You'll find a well-defined trail.
I don't know.
There was probably a trail underneath that takes you up, but because we went so early in the year, it was all snow. Hard snow, slippery, so we decided to hike up this avalanche slide.
Crushing it time-wise. Said 3 hours to the top. I think we're gonna beat that, which is good, because otherwise we'd be stuck in the dark.
Yeah, underestimated the steepness here.
The snow makes it tough. Kind of slip. It was tough. There was a lot of uphill. I don't think we were prepared to be walking through snow.
The directions that we found said that you should jump into the bushes because it's too steep to make it up this chute. But what do? Exactly the opposite of what they tell us to do. Pretty sure we can make it up this chute. But I guess we'll find out.
All right, we just made it up that last little bit. Camera had to go away. It was a bit of a scramble, but we made it. Now we're almost at the top. Just got a little ridge walk to the repeater.
Scenically, it was a wicked hike, especially once we got to the top. The top 360, mountains everywhere. You could see down to the town of Golden and just all around.
Whew. That was a good hike. That was fun. Cool. Never seen one of those before. So what I now know is a repeater is this big spaceship looking object that basically takes a signal, receives it and transmits it, and often it helps do that when there's like big mountains in the way. Now we know.
It's been a while since you had a hike there. You know, get a good sweat on, the heart rate up.
This is a pretty cool hike. So many mountains all around us. It's a little chilly, but totally worth it.
Tune into ETA next time for another epic trip adventure.
All right, so today we're doing some mountain biking. We're gonna mountain bike Mount 7. This is one of the big mountains right around the town of Golden. It has tons of mountain biking trails. I'm sure it's easier if you just like commit, have confidence and go, but I did not have confidence and I was not committing. And that led to a couple wipeouts.